Alright. Hello. We're going to go over some of the new stuff in 1.4.1, which is coming. Should be out soon. Just testing it, or final test here. But, so last version we added in all these different modifiers to stuff, like we got size modifier, value, view. All these work like this. You can change it to be affected by the distance, for example, for size. And then I have to use a brush that uses size, so maybe here I'll use boxes. And then if I drag, the farther away from the beginning, the distance is what controls the size, as you can see there. And then this version adds in these sliders here, which give you finer control over the strength of that effect. So you can make the strength super high, and then it should get much bigger like that. This is also controlled by the brush size too, so you kind of have double control there. And then what else do we have? There's all these different settings you can control like that. So for example, with rotation, we have jitter here. So now when I start dragging, I get jitter and size. So I can turn on size jitter. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I think I need to put the strength back to 1. Here, I'll turn off the size control so it's just jitter here. And there we go. It's jittering the size like crazy. There's also scatter here. This is a this used to be the position jitter slider, but now it's more it's got more built into it. Like we have the jitter for the scatter and strength, because now we can control scatter on like pressure, distance, speed, all that, just like the other ones. So farther away, in this case the farther away we are, the more it's going to scatter. You can see that. I don't know if you guys can see this properly. Is it too dark? It's kind of dark. What else do we have? Sorry, I got a little bit of allergies today. Okay, so I'm going to put scatter to speed. So now, the faster we go, the more it should scatter. Can you guys hear? Is the volume too loud? Oh shoot. Let me turn down the volume. Can I learn to paint on heavy paint? Yes, you can. If you want. Yeah, a lot of people have been doing studies and stuff with it. Anyway, so I'm just testing all this stuff today to make sure it works properly before I release this version. I want to do this little portrait here. There's an echo. Okay, hopefully the echo's gone. Okay. I think it was taking sound from my camera as well as the mic. Okay, so if I want this big gradient from the background, I could use mixer. Make it big. And just draw a big ass gradient right here. Okay. And also there's this fill lasso tool, which is new from 1.4 or 1.3.9, and this one's kind of cool. It lets you, let me turn the jitter down, scatter jitter to 0. This one lets you draw negative shapes now. I don't know if you can see that, but before, the regular fill tool, you can't do this, the negative shapes. Regular fill tool, It's kind of like that. But with this new fill lasso, you can do more complicated shapes with it. Hey Jaden. I've always been on Android, man. This is the first device I was trying to do these tests on, and it's still my favorite. I love the Note, Samsung Note. Yeah, definitely the Wacom pens on the Samsung is really nice. But I don't know if they acquired Wacom, because then no other device would be able to. Did Samsung buy Wacom? That's crazy. That's weird. It's not taking the correct color here for some reason. Oh, that's what it is. So, wait, is it working? Hey, thanks, Bruno. And see, I normally use Android for my phones, but they just recently ordered an iPad Pro Pencil 2 for drawing. Wow. Yeah, let me know what you think. I haven't actually tried the new iPad Pro. I have the first gen one. So, yeah. The new one has the faster screen though, right? Like super high refresh rate, so it's probably a lot smoother. Let's see. Hello. May I help you?
Hi.
Yes.
Just snooping.
I love the fades that you get with flash photography like this. Everything just has this really nice consistency to the lighting. I love it. So yeah, I'm noticing that I'm not using these new brush dynamics that much. I wonder if anyone will actually use it, but I mean, it's nice that it's just there in case you need it. Oh, one other thing that a lot of people were requesting for a while is this show previous color option. So with this on, you can see it has a color history now. So let's say we pick this color here and we do a stroke. Let me change myself to lefty so you can see. Okay, so when I do a stroke, it puts the previous color there, and now when I change my color, I can see and kind of compare it to the previous stroke color. So that's nice for painters. I think a lot of the painters, especially like traditional painters, really want that because that's what they always do on their palette. So shout out to Caroline from the Warrior Painters group who requested this. It was her birthday the other day, so I decided, okay, let's sit down and actually do this for Caroline's birthday, and also because, you know, people have been asking for this for a while, so let's just do it. Angela also has asked for this one before. Sorry that I took so long to get to this, but usually when like multiple people ask for the same thing over and over, then I know that it's probably important. So it takes a couple tries, but yeah. So yeah, we've been having these like virtual birthday parties on the Weekend Warrior group. The karaoke, the birthdays, the everything. It's pretty fun. Play Jackbox games. It's a pretty fun Discord group. If you guys are bored, you should go check it out. Just search Warrior Painters on Instagram. And yeah, for anyone who doesn't know about the group, it's like a local Los Angeles painting group. We would meet up every weekend to just go paint. But you know, past couple months, we made a Discord. And now it's cool because people, you know, a lot more international people are hanging out, and it's not just LA anymore, it's everybody. We even have some Canadians in there. So yeah, silver lining, I guess. Got to meet a lot of new people from that. Hey Rash Tagirov. Interesting name. The idea is I had this phone and I wanted to paint outside with that group, actually, with the Warrior Painters group. And I just wanted to make an app that's designed specifically for that. There's a lot of drawing and painting apps, but some of them are more, I think most of them are more towards the illustration side. Like they have a lot of more advanced features and stuff, but this app I wanted to be more like just pure painting and really focused on it. So it's in terms of priority, it's always like painting related stuff is prioritized first. That's why the color sliders are all so huge and they take up like a third of the screen here. Because you use that all the time for painting. I think talking helps my allergies shut up. Okay. What? Oh shit. Oh, I see what it is. I need to fix that. Okay, I'll fix it later. Let me write that down before I forget. I moved the pop-up input catcher above the color panel, which is why it's blocking that color panel. Let me write this down somewhere real quick. I really need a whiteboard or something. Okay. Is it blurry? Oh, there we go. I was out of focus this whole time. Thanks for your answer. I just remember one of the first versions had a different type of palette with no color reference at all. Just a couple sliders. Yeah, like the first version it was like this, except it didn't even have these colored sliders. It was all gray and people were all confused, like what the hell is this? It was really fun to see people's reaction to it. Could you do a commentary on decision making in the painting process, thinking out loud? Yeah, I can try. I hope I'll try. What I like with the app is it really forces you to consider the steps of the painting. Yeah, for sure. I think that is a huge thing, like that once you learn how the order of things, you can actually, I mean, first of all, it makes things faster, but you can transfer that knowledge to other apps too, because, like you have to do things in order. I mean, if you do things in order, it just saves you a lot of effort in general. So you're not like repainting over things over and over and over again, which I really hate. And I know that I do that all the time. I'm always like realizing that I should have done it differently because I'm repeating myself over and over again. And I don't know, I really like working on the small screen too. I think it helps me to get lost in the, or lose some of the details and just focus on what I'm doing. Big picture. I love how shiny this dude's shirt is. It's crazy. Just imagine walking up to people and they just go blind. Like, dude, bro, I can't see you. I forgot my sunglasses. It's nighttime, man. Why you gotta be so shiny all the time? This dude thinks he's shiny as fuck. Dude. It's silly. I love it. Oh yeah, I was supposed to narrate. So, basically, the first pass I went in and just drew like the silhouettes of everything, right? And the main, this is the color of the shirt, this is the color of the pants, this is the color of his belt, and this is his skin. And it's just as simple as that, one color for each thing. But now I'm going in and into the shirt, into the skin material, and kind of like developing each material by material, one by one, like that. And the reason I do that is like I want to see the just make sure the drawing is correct, like the proportions, the shapes are good before I start going into all the little tiny things, because I don't want to redo everything. Like this guy, the drawing for this guy on the right, I think is wrong. I think he's leaning, he's kind of doing this weird leaning with his shoulder down. So I need to redraw that. And I do that redrawing before I have the details in there, because otherwise it would be a waste of time. Okay, and then also the lower part of down here is wrong. There's like all this space down here. Yeah, I totally did that wrong, so it's good to catch these big drawing problems before you start going into details. And it's not like I don't make drawing mistakes. I have drawing mistakes all over the place. The trick is just seeing the mistakes and then fixing them. It's usually not right the first time I do it. I know that's probably my goal, is to be at the point where I can just do it once and that's it, but not there yet. So yeah, that's just an important lesson in general, is that the order that you do things for anything is important. You can do the same exact things with the same exact effort, and get completely different results depending on the order that you do them. So that's like a really, really big thing to think about. Another new thing recently is that where it says mixer here, this is just our regular mixer brush, right? But there's been a feature in here this whole time where if you change the slider while you're in mixer, it pre-mixes it. So now this is new, where it says mixer pre-mixed, so to let you know that now it's pre-mixed, so that the first color is going to be pre-mixed to this whatever you chose. See, so if I choose a color here, now it's pre-mixed, the first color. Otherwise, if it's not pre-mixed, then it just picks whatever color's under the mouse when you start the mixer. Hey Polly B, thank you. Hung Chao, yeah, it's a Note 9, so it's on the big side of phones. This is just like a machinist having to think about order of operations before he starts subtracting away the material because he can't add it back. Yeah, that's even more unforgiving than painting. I guess with painting we can kind of get away with sort of cheating and going in the wrong order, but so I guess it's kind of nice that if the medium forces you to go in the right order, then it's a good way to train. Or I guess like a marble sculptor or something like that would be similar. I like doing the cheeks with fill gradient, because you can do a cheek like that. Get a nice round soft gradient there. It might work for the forehead too. It gets pretty dark like right above his nose. I guess because that's where the flash is coming from below his face. try to make him not look like an alien here, if that's possible. Close enough. I kept the first version on my desktop. I really like the challenge, painting with few options and tools. Oh man. Would you... Actually, Toto, would you mind sending me that? Because I think I lost the first version of it. I don't have it anymore. Could you email me a copy of that, please? Here, I'll type in my email. Yeah, I'm stupid and I like kept throwing away. I kept saving over the old versions. Yeah, I should have kept them. Are there any plans to add lasso select or circle select to limit the area you paint in? Not yet. I haven't, no. I guess I could go on the to-do list. Rash says, I'm curious how many people are helping with the app. How big is the development team? Well, I mean, it's just me. That's it. But I have, been on the internet asking lots of questions to people on forums and going to little programming meetups and all sorts of groups. So, yeah, I've had a lot of help from some friends and people on the internet, but I'm the only one working on it, for real. But I do get stuck a lot because I just have a lot of questions that I get stuck on. Team. That would be funny, huh? A team. Gotta have these black, like thick black outlines for any kind of flash photography, which is the cast shadow of the dude on the floor. Makes it look really punchy. So the oldest version that I find on is 1.3.2. Yeah, sure. Or whatever versions you have. Send them over. I did a horrible job of archiving and I lost everything. And yeah. This is made in Godot engine, which is a game engine. It's open source. Really cool engine. I love it. Sir, do you realize how bright your pants are? Sir, where'd you get these pants? I'm gonna have to ask you to remove these pants. Getting complaints from the neighbors. And it seems like a searchlight coming into their house. Could you please, sir, if you could just, sir, remove the pants. These are just, sir, don't point those pants this way. I think he went to, where'd he go? He went to NASA to buy his jacket. This is a NASA jacket that they give the astronauts this jacket when they're going to the clubs. This is what NASA astronauts wear. This is so he can improve his Wi-Fi signal. This is back in the day before they had 4G. This is so he could get proper signal on his pager. So, another thing, guys, like, this is just how I like to paint. I like putting in all the shapes with fill tools, like fill lasso, fill gradient, all that. And then at the very end, I'll use the draw, just regular draw for texture and stuff, like, and just little tiny details. So I don't like to really paint with the draw tool. It's too much labor. I kind of like using it for texture. Like these little wires or... Hey Colby, it's doing good, man. I'm just working on this stuff. Staying busy. Yeah. How are you guys doing, by the way? I'm very rude. I don't ask how everyone's doing at the beginning of the stream. I should probably do that. Oh, I've been following Tom Green's YouTube adventures. That's kind of fun. He has a YouTube channel now. Okay, I'm gonna call this done. I think so far the test is good. There was only one problem. This was blocking. Wait, what was it? This was getting blocked, so I need to fix that one, and it'll be good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, comedian Tom Green, he has YouTube now, and he's doing little live sessions. He made a song about fire the other day. It was like an hour-long song about fire, and it was very repetitive, but very Tom Green. Okay. See you guys next time. This update will be coming soon. I just gotta fix that problem, and I think I'm gonna release it on Android first, and then probably desktop and iOS after. Okay. See you next time. Have a good day.